Oh, hey guys, this question has come up a little bit. It's always amazed people how you can take like this template and make it look like this, right? So I'm going to teach you how to do that today. It's very simple. We build what we call smart templates. So you go find the template you want to use, and we're just calling it a formal letter. It's under our formal letter section. I'll click on that for you. There's a bunch to choose from. Just because it looks like a pen and ink, you can replace the background, and these are preset templates so you can customize and edit and change the text and all that kind of good stuff. But in this case, what's really cool is we're going to pick this one right here, and by clicking on it, we're just clicking order, and there it is, right? So here's this template, and now you can move the variables around by copying them from here. You can add the background image and color and all that kind of stuff, and you can now edit and customize the letter just like a word editor, change the font, the size, the color, things like that. But now check this out. This is where you're going to go and maybe get confused. So right here is the letter we chose, but how do you make it look like that, right? So you can upload your own logo in the background, but what if you wanted to have like this down here and some handwritten font and a signature you can add to this template. But say you wanted to do something like that, stylize it. What you can do is open up a Word document, right? Just a blank Word document. This is the fun stuff you can do. You don't have to hire a designer or anything. Let's go and go into the background, right? So let's go into the header, and we're going to insert from pictures. Here, maybe I'll bring this down so you can see it. I went to insert, then pictures, then picture from file, and here's a logo that we'll use for the top. Now you could have done this right inside of our template, but I'm doing something a little bit different because I'm adding a watermark and stuff like that. So here's our, you can see that's our logo. And then down here, I'm going to put a footer. So I'm going to insert once again, and just like I did before, but this time we're going to insert a photo, wherever that one is. Here's a photo. There's a photo, and you can make it smaller. Just bring it down there like that. And then maybe next to this, you can say, something like, please call me. I'm here to help you. Call me today at, and then put in your number 949-916-3578. And then what I like to do is maybe highlight that and make it a little bit bigger, and maybe even change the font to something, that's handwritten, and then maybe make it blue, right? That's pretty cool. And now this background, what you can do is go to, at the top here, under insert, you can look for it in your Word doc, but under insert, there's something that says watermark. And what it does is it opens up, and you say, insert a picture, select the picture, and I'm going to choose, let's find one. I'll just go choose the logo again, wherever that one is. Here's a logo. Now what it does is it shows you non-washed out and then wash out. And I'll do something like this. And there we go. We just made a simple letterhead, right? So that's easy. Now what you do is if you do File, Print, what you're going to do is print right here where it says PDF, Save as PDF. That's what you're going to do. Save as a PDF. And you give it a name. We'll call it Steve. And we're going to put it someplace and hit save. I think you can see this. There we go. Now you can see it. So all I did was hit print to PDF. I hit save. And that is how you make a PDF, or essentially a watermark. Now back to over here. Here's our letter, our template inside of GoBig. That's the name and the phone number that automatically populates. We can come down here, we can choose upload our own background image, because that's what we just made. You can change the text to say whatever you want to do. You can highlight it, make it bold. center justified, make it red, left justified, and then do whatever you want to do here. In closing, you can change it to sincerely or thanks or write what you want. You can include to upload your own signature, right? You can have an agent title, or you don't have to put anything there. Down here, the return address, you can choose to put something on the front of the envelope. Hi. And then you can choose a variable as well, like first name. So you can have a variable on the front of your envelope. So, hi, Mary, check this out. Right? So you can write anything you want on the envelope. And you can even choose from different options here what graphic you might want on the front of your envelope. Like, this is really cool. Like, maybe you want this cool vintage surf band because I surf, right? So come down here and we'll call it the Steve letter. Okay, so you kind of look around and see if you did it right. You can add bullets to this here if you just want to play with it a little bit more. And then down here, simply click on continue, and I'll do that for you. I click on continue. Got to move this around a little bit. Now, you can select the list or make a quick proof. I'm going to do select the list. I have lots of lists in my library, so I'll find the one that I want to work with, and I'll click on this one, and I hit continue. And now it's asking us to map out so we can personalize this letter, right? So, and by the way, everything title cases. So like if it's all caps in your data file, it will make it title case. So under here, we're going to choose first name. So we'll come down here for owner's first name, and then we're going to put the site address right here where it says property address, and it gives you a sampling over here, and the property city, and it shows up right here. So you can see this is where we're mailing the piece. This is the recipient information about the property that you would like to buy. So you can see it's different, 150 Sarah Street or this one here, right? And you can click through all of these to see a sampling of your mapping right here. And then when you're ready, all you have to do is click on continue. Let me get to that one down here. Hit continue, and it'll do a mail merge proof for you automatically. And just give that a minute because it's ripping through, I guess there's 5,000 names in this file. 1,500. Now we can continue to proof or add another list. So let's continue to proof. Sorry, now is when we're going to generate a proof for you. Okay, so now this doesn't look that fancy to you, right? So what you're going to do is you click here, or you can click down here, and you click, and it says, okay, what background do you want? So you can click here to add an image. You find from your library, where you just save that image that we just saved there. And you hit open. And what it's going to do is take that PDF that we made from Word and place it in the background of the text that we used on here inside of GoBig. And we added variables, and it says my name is, and I'd like to buy your house at, and all that good stuff. Okay, so here you can see I have the logo, the background, and this down at the bottom. Oh, here. I didn't add the, let's do that. Let's click here and upload the signature, because he had his own signature. Let me find that one. And you can do that the same way. You can make a PDF, or you can write it. I mean, the easiest thing really is just write it on a piece of paper and then upload it. So there it is. There's your letter. It's as easy as that. And if you click next here, it'll show you, it says, this is the house, Dear One, and then you click the next one, and it's this address, and then the next day, the next address, there you go. Keeps going through the whole thing. And so what you can do now, if you're like, oh, I wanted it to look more like this one, right? So go back, click on Edit Text, come down here to the editing area, right? And so what I already did was I wrote it automatically over here. So what you can do is, for example, if you already pre-wrote it, you can copy your text, and here I'll show you how I did this. I wrote it over here already, right? So you can take all of this, you can copy it, and then you come into here and just copy or highlight everything and then paste it in. So here it is kind of beautified, right? So you can highlight areas like all cash, make it bold, make it red. I want to buy your house at site address, make that red for sure, make it underline and bold. And then you can do things like this. Here's how we can, you can work with us and how it's beneficial if you work with us. Make that bold. We can center justify that, put that back here, make it left justified. Make this, I don't know, make it blue or bold and red again or something. You can say close really fast. And so you can go through these things and just pick the words that you want to stand out. So cash offer, maybe make that red. 5,000 cash advance, make that red and bold. All the way down, let's see here, separate the paragraphs a little bit like that. And then if your PS statement, I stopped doing this, you guys, as is, just, you know, for sake of moving through this even quicker. So there it is, right? And that's your letter. And at the top, you can do things like this. See these variables? First name, just highlight that right there, copy it, and come down here and say, dear, and it's going to put the person's first name right there. Pretty cool, right? And now, all you have to do is click continue again. You've already mapped out the data, so just hit continue, give it a second to generate another proof. Cool. So we made a cool letter, and you click next, 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 and it just runs through all the samples there. There's a signature down here. It shows you right here the different addresses right here, and that's the cool envelope that you chose. Now what you can do is view a large PDF if you want to. So if you want to send a sample to your partner, just click View Large PDF Proof. You can copy the link and email it to them. That way you're not sending like a 2 MB file. But here we are generating the PDF. There it is. We just made that, you guys. So there it is. And you can see the PDF, front and the back. Just go back to your prior page. Now you want to approve and check out. And the rest is easy. You can choose a future print date if you want to. You can divide your list and send it into 2 to 10 different, splits. Let's just divide this in 2. And what it makes me do is I have to schedule it 1 day out. But I'm now going to say divide my list into 2, send it every 14 days. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Every letter comes with a real stamp, so you don't have an option. They're all real. We don't charge more for that. This is just showing you have a choice with postcards whether you want a real stamp or an indicia. But with letters, always a stamp. And we don't charge for that. You can choose standard mail or first class. Right? You can add different colored envelopes if you want, but you notice that we already had cool looking envelope here, so just keep it white, right? And it says, hey, check it out, check this out. Okay, that's it. Coming down here, all you do is, well, you can do mail tracking if you want to. You hit continue and check out. It tells you how much it costs. We automatically plant 2 seeds in there, so you get 1, we get 1, and the rest of the mail goes out. You can put comments and questions. You can add your partner's email here. Hit continue. We have a standard disclaimer that you go through. Down here, approve and check out. tells you how much it is. You can put in your credit card. Or if you don't feel comfortable doing that, just contact us by clicking approve. Once it's done, go to the home page after you've checked out. Under your cart, you can see past, present, and future orders. Loading all orders. So now you can see these are all the orders that have been made. It tells you what the order number was, when it was submitted, the list that was used, how much it cost. You can look at info about the whole thing. You can download a PDF. You can order a receipt, right? So it gives you full details. You can reorder an existing one if you did really well with one. You reorder it. You don't want to rewrite it. You can do that. It tells you things that are pending that are going to go out in the future, and then things I've started but haven't finished. That's it. That's how you can build this out of something that originally looked pretty simple, like that. Okay, happy hunting from GoBig Printing.